Today I was reading Genesis 32 where Jacob was wrestling with God, and it really reminded me of how at times we may face situations in our lives that seem dark and that cause us to question our faith. Sometimes this may even cause us to question the promises that we receive from God. Our struggle can cause us to be distracted away from God as we try to battle and win by our own efforts. Instead, we should be focused onto God and His Word no matter how dark and hopeless the situation seems. At first, Jacob may have thought he was being attacked by one of Esau's men. How often in the darkness of a challenge do we fail to recognize God at work in our lives, and we blame the devil, we blame other people, we blame fate, ignoring the fact that God is in control, even when bad things happen. But as the light of dawn began to reveal the truth, Jacob revealed that he was wrestling with God. One of the main parts we see in wrestling with God is weakness is broken into submission, and submission is where there is strength. Submission to God's leading and God's control. Though God could obviously have defeated Jacob at any time, the extended battle was somehow important to Jacob's spiritual development. When God gets ready to stop the wrestling match, He simply touches Jacob's hip and it's all over. How often are we in the midst of a struggle and praying for God to end it with one touch, only to find that He allows the struggle to continue? If you have ever been in this kind of battle, you know it's in the trenches that the greatest growth occurs and the most fruit is born. This is why God allowed Jacob to wrestle all night and why He leaves us in our trials often far beyond what we think we can tolerate. But in His mercy, He does eventually reach down and with one touch, end the struggle. The fact that we may bear a scar as Jacob did in his resulting limp serves to remind us of His rescue and provision. Wrestling with God is what led to Jacob receiving the blessing. Wrestling with God is not giving up. It's showing faith that's tenacious. It's easy to give up because the cost is great, but wrestling with God brings a blessing. Don't let go until He blesses you.